Tired for scrolling for recipe ideas? You're in the right place. This lineup's got everything you need for the week ahead. Let's jump in. Let's kick things off with a bowl of ramen. Rich, creamy and with just the right amount of heat. Start by boiling your noodles. Instant works just fine here. While that cooks, grab a bowl, we are making the sauce. Separate an egg and keep the yolk, that's our base. Add in a tablespoon of olive oil, it gives the sauce a rich, velvety body right from the start. Then a tablespoon of soy sauce, bringing in the deep umami heat that ramen dreams are made of. 1 teaspoon of dried garlic, just enough to wake up the flavor without overpowering it. And a tablespoon of mayo. Trust me, it ties everything together with a creamy kick. Whisk it all together until smooth and creamy. You're looking for that perfect texture. Silky, a little glossy and totally irresistible. This sauce is the secret. It's rich, savory and just a little indulgent. Now don't forget, scoop about 100 ml of that starchy noodle water and mix it in. It makes everything come together. Noodles are done, toss them right into the sauce. Let them soak up all that creamy savory goodness. Top it off with a drizzle of chili oil for that fiery kick and for a fresh finish, a handful of chopped scallions. That's it. Bold, spicy, silky ramen in minutes. Enjoy! Ready for the next one? This one's golden, cheesy and full of comfort. What's hiding under those bowls? Let's just say it's the start of something crispy and delicious. There's our muffin tin. You know something good's coming. And here come the potatoes, washed and still in their skins. Now grab your poking tool. You know, the one with all the little spikes. No worries if you don't have one. A regular fork works just fine. We are giving each potato a good number of pierces all over. This helps the heat get in, so they roast evenly. Into the muffin tin they go, 1 per cup. Then straight into the oven, 180 degrees Celsius for about 25 to 30 minutes, until they are soft all the way through. Now they are out, perfectly soft, lightly browned and ready to be transformed. Press each one gently with the bottom of a cup. We are shaping little potato cups. Back in the oven for round 2, just a few minutes to set that crispy edge. Now they're out again. The edges are firmer and they're holding their shape like real little cups. Time for the fun part. Filling, a pinch of salt and a sprinkle of garlic powder. I love the depth it adds, but you could swap in paprika, oregano or wherever spice you're into. Then here's a little trick. I'm using a spoon as a lever to pop open the can. Simple and effective. Now a spoonful of sweet corn into every cup, just enough to fill that space and bring a bit of sweetness to the mix. Then add a little piece of butter to each. It melts right in and makes everything richer. Next up, shredded cheese. I'm using mozzarella, but any melty cheese works. Top each one generously, no holding back. And final bake, just until the cheese bubbles and browns. That's when the magic happens. And here they are, golden, gooey and packed with flavor. Serve them hot with a touch of fresh herbs, maybe scallions or parsley. These are crispy, creamy and totally satisfying. Meat-free, budget-friendly and still feel special enough for guests. They are simple, customizable and just plain delicious. Let's switch things up with a crispy wrap that's melty, savory and packed with flavor. Grab a can of tuna. As always, I am using the spoon as a lever hack to pop it open. Drain it well through a sieve, whether it's packed in water or oil. We want it nice and dry. Then straight into the bowl it goes. Next up, the onion. Straight onto the knife. Guess it, saw it coming. Now finely dice it. The smaller the better. It adds crunch and just the right kick. Then into the bowl a generous spoonful of mayo, a splash of lemon juice, a teaspoon of dried oregano or wherever herbs you love, thyme or basil work too, and just a touch of salt to balance it all out. Now mix it all together. This is your creamy, tangy, tuna-packed filling. And here comes the tortilla. We are going with shredded cheese first. I'm using mozzarella, but anything that melts well will do. Spread it over half the tortilla. Then pile on the tuna filling. And top it with another layer of cheese. This helps it all stick together inside. Now wet the edge with a little water. We left a clean border for this. Fold it in half into a neat crescent and press the edges down firmly. Fingers or a fork, either works. Onto a hot pan it goes. Dry skillet or a touch of oil, your call. Cook it for 2 to 3 minutes per side until golden, crispy and the cheese inside is fully melted. And now the magic moment. Cut it open. The outside's golden and crackly, the inside creamy, juicy and packed with flavor. This wrap is everything. Crunchy, gooey, tangy and deeply satisfying. It's fast, it's filling and it always hit the spot. Enjoy! Time for something bold, crunchy and just a little extra. You've seen charcuterie boards. Now meet their louder, crispier cousin. To start, grab your favorite crunchy chips and toss them on a tray. Spread them out evenly, you want good coverage for every bite. Next up, set up your cutting board. Time for the prosciutto. Slice it into bite-sized pieces, then scatter them right over the chips. It won't land evenly, so use your hands and place it with purpose. Now for the brie, or camembert if that's your vibe. Cut it into thick slices, not too thin. We want it to hold its shape as it melts. Then, place the slices evenly over the tray, right on top of the chips and between the prosciutto. Now comes a pop of sweetness. I'm using a spoonful of cranberry jam, just a touch and only on the cheese. That creamy sweet combo? Trust me, it works. Then take a block of mozzarella and shred it over the whole tray. Think of it like a cheesy, savory party pizza, but made of chips. Now into the oven it goes, 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 180 Celsius for about 10 minutes, just until everything's melty and golden. To finish, a drizzle of balsamic glaze. It adds a tangy sweet kick that ties it all together. Salty, creamy, crispy and fresh. Tear it apart with your hands and dig in. It's snack food turned gourmet. Perfect for a party or just because you feel like being fancy with chips. Next up, we are making the perfect air fryer shrimp. I'll be using large, cooled shrimp for this recipe. Let's take a fork and use it to peel the shrimp. This is a great life hack. Start by removing the head. Then insert the fork under the shell along the back. Push the fork along the back to peel off the shell easily, leaving you with clean shrimp meat. Place the clean shrimp back in the container. Now let's add some seasoning. Dried garlic, hot pepper, a mix of Italian herbs and a drizzle of olive oil. Now give the container a good shake to coat all the shrimp evenly. Then transfer the seasoned shrimp to the air fryer basket, spreading them out in a single layer. Set your air fryer to 200 degrees Celsius and cook for about 6 to 8 minutes. After cooking time, our shrimp come out perfectly cooked and crispy. Just look at that. This is really a simple and delicious way to enjoy shrimp. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please share it on your social media.